Hi friends, today we're going to do another word problem. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see what our problem is today. Make sure you read it again by yourself too. So this is number 20 math word problem. If you haven't done the ones before it, you can always scroll down. If you click the classwork assignments tab at the top of Google Classroom, you can scroll down and find the section that says old math work, Miss Santa, and make sure that you've completed 19, 18, 17, all the ones before this, before you get to 20. Okay, ready? So it says Alanah, Brianny, and Joelianth are playing soccer. Alanah and Brianny are standing 120 feet apart. Joelianth is between them. If Joelianth is standing the same distance away from both friends, how many feet apart is Joelianth from Brianny? So the first time that we read, we want to remember we're just reading, we're trying to figure out what's this problem about. Then the second time we read, we're trying to find more information, and then we're going to go through our cube strategy. So we've read it once, we can read again now. So what was this about after we read it the first time? What's the story about? Friends playing soccer, two of them are standing apart, and Joelianth is standing in the middle, it sounds like, because it says she's standing the same distance away from both friends. So we're trying to figure out something about distance. Oops, so let's read it again. Alanah, Brianny, and Joelianth are playing soccer. Alanah and Brianny are standing 120 feet apart. Joelianth is between them. If Joelianth is standing the same distance away from both friends, how many feet apart is Joelianth from Brianny? So now it's time to move into our cube strategy. If you see a key number, please say it out loud. Let's see if you get the same one as me. Right now, there's only one key number. 120 is the only number. So why do you think I circled the word same? That's not a number. Any ideas why maybe I circled the word same? Let me think about it. If she's standing the same distance away, so that doesn't tell us a number, but it tells us that we're going to have the same number 2 times. So when we find that number out, we know it's going to be 2 times. So I just am putting that kind of as a key word because I know it's going to help me get the number. Now it's time to underline the question. What words does the question start with here? How many? How many feet apart is Joelianth from Brianny? So what are we trying to find? We're trying to find how many feet. How far away are Joelianth and Brianny from each other? Now it's time to box math action words. What are the girls doing? They are playing soccer. They are standing on the field and standing. Those are the verbs that I see, the action words. Now it's time to evaluate and eliminate. Is there anything here we don't need? They could be playing football on the field and be standing apart. And I know sometimes we delete names too, and we could have different names here. We could change all the girls' names. They could be Alanah, Brianny, Joelianth, and we could switch it out for Malik, Safi, and Michael. They could all be boys instead. But in this case, we have these girls' names, and it's a little bit important that we know the names because we can't just cross them off completely. It matters who's standing where because it matters what question we're asking. We don't want to know how far apart Alanah and Joelianth are. We don't want to know how far apart Alanah and Brianny are. We want to know how far apart Joelianth and Brianny are. So it really is a little bit important this time to focus on the names. So I'm actually not going to cross them out because it's going to help us answer the question. So now it's time where we can show our work using some kind of a drawing. This is a example of a question that we haven't really done this type before, looking for a missing distance. So when I first thought, I've done all these steps, I'm ready to draw, what am I going to draw? I wasn't really sure. So I thought, I'm just going to draw a picture. I'm not going to draw a diagram yet because I don't know if a tape diagram, a number bond, an array, I don't know which one's going to make sense. So I thought I'll just draw what I hear in the story. So I thought I would maybe just draw like a number line because a number line will show their distance. So I made this big line, and then who's going to be on the ends of the line? It said Alanah and Brianny, right? And who's in the middle? and Joelianth's in the middle. So I knew I had that. And you could just write their initials like A, J, and B. Okay, so I know that Alanah and Brianny are in the ends, Joelianth's in the middle. How far apart are Alanah and Brianny? The story told me that. It said they were 120 feet apart. So that whole line I know is 120. What I don't know is how far apart Alanah and Joelianth are and how far apart Joelianth and Brianny are. But I do know something about it. What did the problem say? It said that Joelianth is standing the same distance from both of them. So I tried to make the lines the same size because however far apart she is from Brianny, that's how far apart she is from Alanah because she's right in the middle. So I said, I don't know how many feet, but each one of those, when I solve it, they're going to be the same number. So here's the number line. Then I said, you know what? This kind of reminds me of a different diagram that we draw, which is what? It sort of reminds me of a tape diagram. So then I was thinking, if the total number of feet is 120 feet, then the two parts at the bottom have to be the same. So let's see if I can show you an example. I'm going to get out a new presentation and I'm going to try out a tape diagram. What do you guys think? So I'm going to do a big shape, big rectangle. All right. So we know the total distance between those two girls was 120 feet. So since I know that's the total, I'm going to write that in here. Now I know that the two parts, what do I know about the parts? I don't know the answer to either one of them, but I know that the two parts are the same. So I'm going to make the size of them the exact same. And those are the parts that I'm looking for. So now I'm like, I don't have enough numbers to figure this answer out, right? I only have one number, and it's 120. So how am I going to solve this? So what I'm asking you to do is to try and use this tape diagram that I've created to figure out how are you going to break 120 apart into two equal pieces. And I want you to try and figure out a way to do that, and then scroll down in the Google Classroom and tell me about how you did it. So the nice thing is you can draw this picture, you can try a couple of different strategies. You definitely want something to write with because this isn't our typical problem. We only have one number and we need to find a way to break that number apart into two equal pieces. Okay, so that's your job. It's time to get busy. Good luck and let me know how you do. See you guys soon. Bye, friends.